Oh, and we're going. Oops, I didn't realize that my hands were gonna do that. Okay, I didn't even touch my camera and it just saw my hand and started going. All right, I've been wearing barefoot shoes for an entire month, and this is my honest thoughts on why it's a good idea and why it might not be a good idea, and overall why I'm going to be sticking to them, because I really love these things and I think, yeah, they were worth the investment. However, I would definitely be getting a different brand that's much, much, much cheaper, which if I can find it, I will put it in the description below, along with these ones, because I love these ones too. But yeah, so I thought these were gonna be a complete flop when I ordered them, because they just look tremendously like water shoes. A lot of the reviews say that they feel like water shoes, which they do. I will not lie about that. However, they have a little grounding pin. Sorry, they're very dirty, but they have a grounding pin inside of them. Wow, that definitely got worn out quick, but I was using these shoes a lot. Honestly, every single day I went out, I was wearing these things, and yeah, they're extremely breathable, which I really, really, really love, because I hate that swampy foot feeling when you're in a really hot area or you're wearing very thick socks or whatever. I hate the feeling of having swampy feet, and these eliminate that completely because they have these little extra vent holes all throughout the padded ridge here, and then throughout where your heel would go, and so that increases a lot of ventilation. And then they have like the textured almost mesh fabric like a typical tennis shoe would have for that extra ventilation throughout the top. I have been wearing these with wool socks, and regardless of my socks being super thick, they definitely add more comfort for these shoes, and then they kept my foot well regulated with that airflow, but also the warmth because it's still winter. And yeah, I've actually been wearing these when it's been snowy, and I will clarify this too. If you are walking through puddles or like in a lot of water, water will go up through the bottom. So that is kind of a downside. It's definitely meant for summer wear, not for winter wear, but I still wore it in winter anyways. It does have pretty good grip. However, again, if you're on ice, it's still slip worthy, but it is not terrible as far as that goes. One thing I will note too, a lot of people said that if you're okay with feeling like you have a pebble in your shoe with the pin, then yeah, the shoes are great. Which yes, I agree. At first, these pins did feel like they were a little pebble in the shoe. That's why I wore thicker socks. And over time, it flattened out because of the weight and the pressure and just wear and tear in general. So yeah, and I believe I got these ones for $65, which that was definitely overkill for what these actually are worth. So that's why I'm going to find the other pairs that I found that are practically identical, that are about $25 to $20, I want to say. I will fact check that with the actual link here. But yeah, I do think for first try these were well worth the money, especially since I know I am, honestly, they're my go-to shoe, straight up. I have noticed with my feet and with my everyday use of them, regardless, my feet, just looking at them now, they are definitely more wide than they used to be. And after pregnancy and whatnot, that always happens anyways. So if you want a shoe that has a nice wide toe box like these ones, if you're going through pregnancy, this may be a good option for you, because then your feet can just naturally spread without being restricted and have that painful aspect of your foot. I'm obviously not pregnant now, but I have definitely gone up a shoe size since I was pregnant because of that. So, and I will clarify these too. I typically wear a size 6.5 to 6. More often than not, now it's a 7, which these have enough wiggle room for me, but it's like a perfect amount of wiggle room. So, oh yeah, and on top of it, they are extremely lightweight. I can literally roll them up, no problem, and they'll go smack dab right to the same shape. And it's amazing. I love that. Because if I pack them in a bag really quickly or just throw them in or something, I don't have to worry about them losing their shape. they're just as is. So I really love that about these shoes. I would not be wearing them if I did not love them, and that says something because I am so picky about shoes. As I'm like practically whacking you with this thing. I will say that if people in general get it wet, you can easily take the insole out and you can see all the way through to the very bottom, which is wonderful because they're so easy to clean. I really, really, really appreciate that, is that they're so easy. And if you prefer a thicker padding, you can definitely add that in here, no problem. In fact, once mine wears out, I think I will do that, because might as well invest in something good while you have it, especially if it's not completely broken down. Which, yeah, and as much as I've used these, the tread of the shoe is barely even worn down at all, so I'm really happy about that. And like I said before, if you step in mud, which I've stepped in mud way too much with these things, and I have not cleaned them since I have done that, they're pretty darn resilient to it, which is amazing. Oh, there's a rock inside of there. It's not going to affect it at all, but interesting to see that. So yeah, I highly recommend these. I love these shoes. I really love the barefoot feeling. Oh, and I have noticed too, the more I wear them, the less foot aches I've been getting with just standing around or running or whatever else there is. I have significantly less foot aches than I have with any other tennis shoe. So I think these are well worth the money, absolutely. At least in my opinion and with my foot. And I will clarify this too, I have a broken toe, or like a prior broken toe on one of my feet. Actually, I think it's about 2 toes really. So these shoes, I do not have pain like I do with other shoes. So, especially tennis shoes. So yeah, there's that extra plus. So yeah, I hope maybe this inspires you to at least try some barefoot shoes, maybe get a little extra experience under your belt, and if nothing else, use them for walking or just house shoes for all I care. They're yours to do whatever you want with. So yeah, happy hiking.